There were the crowd that assembled several blocks from the apprehension cheered as the ambulance carrying Tsarnaev and then subsequent police vehicles drove by. This is a picture taken by the Associated Press of the suspect in the ambulance. Reports say he was bloody and in pretty bad shape. And then, late tonight, President Barack Obama spoke from the White House.
Boston police and state police and local police across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts responded with professionalism and bravery over 5 long days. And tonight, because of their determined efforts, we've closed an important chapter in this tragedy.
Here are the pictures of the 2 brothers who allegedly turned the Boston Marathon into terror and tragedy. 19-year-old Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and 26-year-old Tamerlan, one alive, one dead, and the city is breathing a huge sigh of relief. We have 3 reports tonight. Action News reporter Wendy Saltzman is in Watertown for reaction about this extraordinary night there. Dan Clare talks to people in this area about how they have been riveted by this drama. And Eva Pilgrim is at the airport to talk to local people caught by the Boston lockdown. Wendy, we begin with you in Watertown.
Well, Jim, this capture was sudden and it was almost unexpected. It came on the heels of law enforcement almost giving up on the idea that Dzhokhar Tsarnaev may actually still be in this neighborhood. Now residents here can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that this man who was described as dangerous has been captured, and law enforcement are also thankful that the victims of the bombing can now start to heal.
It was a very, very complicated case, a very challenging case, and there are still some questions remaining to be answered. We have a suspect in custody tonight.
Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was captured just about 30 minutes or so after the shelter-in-place order was lifted by police. A gentleman here on Franklin Street noticed blood on his boat in his backyard. The next thing we knew, cops were rushing up here to the scene. We saw snipers with rifles and bomb-sniffing dogs. Then we heard a series of shots, just a few bursts at a time, a total of about 9 explosions. We understand the suspect is hiding under the cover of a boat. He was captured here just about 5 blocks away from the scene where his brother was killed in a shootout with police. Police say Dzhokhar fled on foot, which is why they suspected he was still in this neighborhood. Tensions here were high.
All at once we hear gunshots. And we slept on the floor, me and my son, because I didn't know from where it was coming. It was on the street. So then after that, they rang the bell and they took us out, me and my son. They told my son that he has a gun and we have to evacuate.
Residents here can now go to bed feeling safe, knowing that the sense of terror has been lifted off their shoulders. And now the second phase of this investigation can begin, understanding the why the bombings happened in the first place. In Watertown, I'm Wendy Saltzman, Channel 6 Action News.
Thank you, Wendy. The situation in Boston began to change dramatically at 10:20 last night when word went out that there had been a shooting on the campus of MIT in Cambridge. We soon learned that a campus police officer, identified today as Sean Collier, had been shot and later died. And then police report that 2 armed men carjacked a Mercedes SUV in Cambridge. Lawmen used the vehicle's GPS to track it west to Watertown. And as police confronted the vehicle, explosive devices were hurled from the vehicle at them. That sparked an exchange of gunfire and alerted the entire neighborhood something big was going down. The gunfire injured a transit police officer and suspect number 1, Tamerlan. He was critically injured and later pronounced dead. But suspect number 2 escaped, and one of the biggest manhunts in recent history went on. Here is what we know about Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. He is 19 and an American citizen. He is of Chechen ethnicity and was born in Kyrgyzstan, according to relatives. U.S. officials tell Action News and ABC News he came to the U.S. in 2002, applying for refugee status. He became an American citizen on September 11th last year. Dzhokhar went to high school in Cambridge and was a sophomore at the University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, where he lived in a dorm. Reports say he was easygoing, had friends, and played soccer. The parents